I don't say blah blah blah. Vampires and bloodsuckers. If you made it to late game and you're looking for great places to farm resources, I got a video for you. So in the Cursed Forest, these two places that I just circled are basically the best areas to farm here. And I will show you just one of the zones here and how good it is. I think literally this spot is the best farmer spot in the game, hands down. As you see, I just looted something to unlock even better gear. And there's an epic chest right here. Keep in mind, this is the first building that I am looting in this zone right here. So, the reason why my inventory is so full is I farmed this area twice and the other area twice, and what you see in my inventory is basically what I got from farming these areas twice. And I'm playing this game on standard resources, which, you know, in standard it's pretty brutal to get resources. So this is pretty spectacular. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just throwing out all my loot that isn't necessary that I could get tons of anywhere else, but anything that is spectacular that I'm specifically here to farm, I'm just trying to collect that stuff. The reason is my travel is far, and the more I have in my inventory, the more I take back when I get home. And you know how late game is on standard is it's so hard to get resources that sometimes you're not making improvement, especially when you're dying and fighting bosses. And so when you're just going around fighting these mobs and stuff, like, I don't know if you noticed, but my main target is always usually the spell guy that does a lot of damage, which I'm hitting right here, and then I also focus on the graveyard guys because they summon a lot of minions. And the sooner I take those two out, the easier the fight becomes. This Banshee, basically, you could just keep hitting her, and sometimes she won't even do anything to you. She basically only does a scream, and that's the only thing you gotta avoid. It will get you in trouble when you're fighting a large group of enemies. So yes, you could go stealth in all these zones and loot all the chests, but honestly, you just aren't nearly going to be getting the same amount of loot that you'd be getting if you kill all the mobs. So I just found that it's best to just destroy anything that's in your way, including boxes, tables, and opening any containers that you may find. And of course, the main thing you want to be looking for is treasure chests and golden treasure chests. So what you'll mostly be finding in the Cursed Forest is a lot of spectral dust, ghost yarn, and a ton of grave dust. Those are probably the three main things you'll be finding the most of. Oh, besides scales and Pristine hide. The other things you'll be finding here is Pristine leather, schematics, blueprints, even golden items, and a ton of scourge stones. The scales and spiders you'll be finding when you're basically going from this location to the other location that I showed you on the map. And here's another golden chest right here. And this is the second one out of the 3 homes I've checked. So everybody give a high five. So look at my marked location, and I'm going to be traveling to this new marked location over here, and I'm just going to be going back and forth. Now let's talk about Silverlight Hills, and the reason is in this game you can't just farm out like one spot. You need to be farming at 2 spots, others are going to find yourself with an overabundance of items, and you can't craft certain things because you need certain things to smelt it. For example, you get a ton of Pristine hide at the location I was just showing you, but you're not getting fish oils, so you can't really make Pristine leather. So you have to be going to both these locations at endgame to be not only repairing your gear or just building your gear. So basically do the same thing in Silverlight City. You want to kill all the mobs, you want to destroy all the boxes, and what I'm doing right now is I'm actually funneling them. That way I could just do more damage on them. And so just using little moves like that, or putting them in your AoE box, it will make it so much simpler instead of, you know, fighting every single guy individually and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. I don't say blah blah blah. I typically avoid the mini bosses in the sun just because they take up a lot of my time, but when it comes to these little guys, I enjoy fighting them for fun. And as you see, there's just a ton of loot on the ground right now. There's schematics, there's even a book. And then I just continue, you know, running around the town and just start smashing anything I see. Or sucking anything's blood that I want. And as you see to the right of me, there's a chest right there. See, there's a lot of enemies and stuff like that, so you just gotta really be observant, see what's around you in the area, others you'll miss little things like that. But yeah, simple trick, just put them all in your box and it makes the fight much easier. And there's also lots of tricks you could do besides just like going invisible or teleporting from them. Is you could just literally step to the side into the shadows like the vampire you are and just hold put there for a second and the mob will just walk past you, and then you could skip the mod if you're over fighting and stuff like that, because there's a lot of bad guys in the city, so just keep that in mind. You don't have to fight your way through like everything like that. But yeah, I think the best area overall in the city is either where the palace is or where the docks are. I found the most loot in those areas, so just usually make your way back in those areas, and any like little holes or openings you see, you definitely want to enter them because you'll find some mysterious loot in them sometimes. And if you're ever lacking silver for any reason, if you just go north from here, basically you'll find a big mine and you'll find all the silver you need. On side note, this is something I just really like doing in this game, is the fact that you could just hop on any horse and it's yours. Basically any single time I see horses, I will hop on all of them and make them mine. The main resources you'll be gathering here is basically Imperial Thread, ton of schematics, some golden items. You'll be even getting some Scourge Stone, and especially a lot of fish oil. Remember to check all the nooks and crannies, because you never know where a golden treasure chest will be. I hope you guys all liked this video, and it helps you level to 80 faster. And remember, I didn't say blah blah blah. If you like this video, please subscribe and throw a thumbs up. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye.